What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Rec Room. I'm your boy Tony the Brick Whisperer, and hey, take a look. Not so much of a wreck, just a little bit of a mess right about there. And hey, I know it's been about a month, but let me tell you what a month it has been. One of the great things about growing up and becoming an adult is you now have the ability to afford to be a child once again, and that's exactly what Mrs. Brick Whisperer and I did. Like I said, what a month. We decided we took a little trip to San Diego. And while there, we had such an amazing time. Mrs. Brick Whisperer surprised me with a trip over to Disneyland, which was fantastic because after being built for almost 8 years, I finally got to go to Galaxy's Edge. So much fun. We went over to the Droid Depot where I got to put together our own little droid. And I do say ours because Mrs. Brick Whisperer made this happen. So I created BB73. If any of you watched the shorts that I did on Instagram, he made a couple of announcements for our May 4th event that we had going over at Bricks and Minifigs Avondale. And yeah, that's why he's black and purple, our two favorite colors. And here he is. So such a fun time being able to put that together for us. And then we got to go over to Savi's workshop and put together my very own lightsaber. Again, kind of a dark side look. Got that black for me and the purple blade for Mrs. Brick Whisperer. Truly an amazing time. The next day we went off to SeaWorld, and what a day we had there, because it was all capped off with a behind the scenes visit to go feed the sea turtles. Mrs. Brick Whisperer loves sea turtles, so we got to do that. Truly a fun day that was. Later on that evening, off to the Museum of Illusions in downtown San Diego. Another great time. We came home and, we started doing unwinding, and I found it very difficult to find the time to be able to knock out a video to get uploaded. But here we are. And in that time where I was trying to figure things out, we also went to a baseball game, Diamondbacks game against let's see if I can remember who it was that we played. Give me one sec. Oh, the New York Mets. So a fun experience. She got us right behind home plate, which was just phenomenal. And so, me being the nice guy that I am, we went and had custom jerseys made with our last name on it. And again, you see the 7-3 there for our anniversary. And we even got her up on the Jumbotron. So let me tell you, an absolutely fun time. It's been a fantastic month. We're planning on more trips to go out, have fun, have a great time, just to be us. What can I say? Fun month. Thank you so much for your patience while we get things rolling. And so let's dive right into our disclaimers. Uh, no sponsors except for Mrs. Brick Whisperer. So earlier I said Disneyland, not a sponsor. SeaWorld, not a sponsor. The Arizona Diamondbacks, New York Mets, Chase Field, not sponsors. Absolutely love all of them. Lego, not a sponsor, because now it's time to get into some building. So what do you say we dive right in? Oh, there was one thing I also forgot to mention. We also went and saw the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. A lot of fun that was. All right, so what are we building today? Well, Mrs. Brick Whisperer and I, before we took our trip to San Diego, we sat down. So I'm a huge wrestling fanatic. I absolutely love the WWE, not a sponsor. AEW, not a sponsor. And so it was WrestleMania weekend. So I'll let you do the math on that as to how long ago we had made this build. So Mrs. Brick Whisperer had said, I got the wall up in my office. Let's get some more of these floral arts done. So that's what we did. Boom. Set number 31207, the floral art. If you remember from a previous video, I had already built this particular one, but this time we built these two. So, what do you say we just dive right into the build as myself and Mrs. Brick Whisper watch WrestleMania and get it done. Here we go. Okay, and off we go. Got to get things separated. Both Mrs. Brick Whisperer and I just tearing away at the floral arts. Now, I told Mrs. Brick Whisperer this is not a race. I have many, many years of experience. I know how to do things rather quickly. So you will see that I ultimately will end up helping her, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So, set number 31207, the floral art. This set was released on the 1st of August of 2022 and retired the following year on the 31st of December. Recommended retail price of $80. A total of 2,870 pieces. So usually I would sit here and say that I have, this many pieces took me X amount of time. Well, in my straightening up the rec room, I evidently threw away the piece of paper where I wrote down how long it took us to build this. But that's okay because, like I said, we had a great time building together. So it's not about how much time is spent together, it's just a matter of spending time together. As you can see, Mrs. Brick Whisperer finished one. I just wrapped up number two. So it was pretty much, I could knock out two of these plates, bricks, whatever you want to call them, to every one that she did. So I did end up, she built 2/3 of hers. I built a third of hers. It's okay. Again, wasn't a race. Um, Here in a little bit, I'll show you the back wall of her office and how all of that came, basically how everything is coming together. Uh, so there are some other sets that still need to be built and put on the shelves in this image that you will see here in a little bit. There's also one more art set that she wants to get. We will get there, but I wanted to just show everybody where we were at. And while I was thinking about it the other day, in a future video, I will be putting up a set counter for how many sets are in the Brick Whisperer household. There's a lot of people that have asked me because of how big of a Star Wars collector I am, Star Wars Lego collector. Hey, how many sets do you have? While I have a rough, unofficial number, when the time comes and we get to building, I think it'll be a fun addition to have it in the videos. Hey, this is Mrs. Brick Whisperer's 50-second set, whatever. I know full well she has more sets than that, but as you can see, during all the building, the dogs wanted to make their appearances. There's Maya laying on the couch. Lobo consistently coming into frame, seeing what we're doing. Now, one thing I have considered doing, let's face it, when you put together these floral arts, there are so many remaining round tiles and round plates. I'm almost curious if I have enough to just pick one of the images, change up one of the color, change the colors around a bit to give it a whole new look. So it's something I have thought about doing. Will it end up happening? I don't know. Now, I'm not going to lie, at this point now I'm trying to build quick because as you can see, Mrs. Brick Whisperer is essentially working on her last plate and she has about a quarter of the way to go. So I want to try and get this done as quick as possible so that we could essentially be done together. Apparently, I ended up moving too fast because I'm pretty much done. Well, again, as you can see, we are doing this as we are watching television. So right now I am getting everything ready for when we start to build the frames. Now, I say that Mrs. Brick Whisperer did an amazing job of building this set for the most part on her own. What do y'all think? I think Mrs. Brick Whisperer needs to do her very own episode on this channel. Comment down below and let me know what y'all think. If y'all think she should do an episode all on her own as well. All right, so the frames are coming together, just about done. Mrs. Brick Whisperer did a fantastic job, and now she has some more arts for her office. And there you have it. So, for those of you that haven't seen the completed sets up on a wall, this is what they look like with the ultimate image of her office. So, you can see the shelves. Granted, some of those shelves are empty ish. There's some stuff still in boxes and a big spot on the wall for one of the art sets that she still wants. So we will make sure that we get that taken care of for her. So as you see, she has an entire wall in her office just for her sets. I think it is awesome. In fact, she had made a comment sometime over the past 30 days about one, how many Lego sets that she now has, and the sets that she's starting to find really cute. And, ooh, I really want this one. And so it's turned into a, what have you turned me into? What the heck happened here? On top of that, no joke, last night, uh, I'm sure I made comment about this in a previous video. Mrs. Brick Whisperer had asked to do a Star Wars marathon, which would include all of the television series, all of the movies in chronological order. And so last night we were sitting there, and because of Galaxy's Edge, we have been sharing a lot of videos back and forth, giving us ideas for what we're going to do the next time we go to Galaxy's Edge. And she sat there last night and looked at me and she goes, "You know what? I don't know what I really want to do another Star Wars marathon." That made me so happy. It's like, yes, okay, let's do it. We just don't know when we're going to start. Eventually we will. But so yeah, it has been such a fun month. I don't want to say a childish month, but Mrs. Brick Whisperer and I have gotten to be children again and just have such a great time doing goofy, fun stuff together. Can't wait to do some more. So I'm going to try and get some videos going. Like I said, I'm sorry that it's been a month. It's been crazy chaotic. It's been busy with work. It's been time off having fun. And while the videos might slow down a little because Mrs. Brick Whisperer and I do have a lot of plans and a lot of things coming up, I am going to still try and knock out some videos. I already have footage for another one, so I'm going to try and knock that out this week. And I'm also going to get some stuff done and built for my father in law coming up. So be sure to stick around. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Maybe you'll get those notifications that I am putting some stuff up. Share this with your friends. Share this with your family. Share this with anybody you know that loves Lego. And with all that being said, we will see you when we see you. You have yourself a great Memorial Day weekend. And like I said, we'll see you when we see you.